What is going on, everyone? Ryan Baggott here with Chatbot Builder. How are you doing? Today, we are going to learn some things about building chatbots, building them fast, and a little bit of prompt engineering. If you've got questions, please leave them in the comments, and I hopefully I can see them here using Restream. Hope everybody's doing well. It's been a while since we've had a fun late night learning session. So I thought we might do that today. Let's see if we can see any chat stuff going on. If you've got questions, don't be afraid to ask them. Discord's been crazy lately. That's where a lot of questions get asked by the hour, it seems, which is great. The community there is unlike any other I've really been a part of in any social group. It's really cool to see. Up until this year, I'd never even really played in Discord at all. I think we're going to have to bring chatbots to Discord and see what we can do with that in some fun ways early next year, maybe. But yeah, if you're not a part of that, I would highly recommend it. Again, if you've got requests while you see this video going on, definitely drop the request. We'll build the chatbot right before your very eyes, very fast and easily. It could be a complex chatbot. It could be an easy chatbot. Whatever you want, we can do it very quickly. And so let's see here. I think what we'll do, I'm going to start sharing my screen, the entire screen. Bam. All right, cool. Let's make this guy a little bit bigger. All right, so let's think about the chatbots we want to build. Give us 5 example chatbots to build live on YouTube. And it totally misread what I said there, but that's okay. Give us 5 examples. I said that twice. Of chatbots to build live on YouTube. Something Halloween themed for a gym. Elon Musk, thanks for joining. Old Musk, you're always watching me, eh? So this is a recipe suggestion bot. All right, cool. So we could do that. So a Halloween themed gym bot, or what are we learning today? You just got notification. Well, technophobe. We can learn anything you want to learn related to AI and chatbots. I love to see the chat moving. And so, yeah, ChatGPT is just busting out all sorts of chatbots that we could make. Let's focus on one thing, though. While we could pretty much build a bot to do anything, at ChatbotBuilder.ai, we really are more focused on business communication powered by AI, which is going to be way more powerful than what I think, the most powerful media or social media company today. This is going to totally be that next thing. Give us business examples. Business communication. Business communication is going to change. It is changing right now before our eyes. Like, we're already seeing people replacing technology, right? And you got to think about that a couple times. And so when you're replacing the people to save and optimize, this changes all the dynamics. And so the early pushback in chatbots and to this day is usually, oh, well, I don't want the chatbot to sound, I don't want my brand to sound robotic, or I want people to be, the ones that communicate. Well, I get that and totally agree. These are some great examples, by the way. We'll go through these. But today's chatbots are much different than last year's. Put it that way, much different. We all know this. And some are just better than others. And I think we've got the best system to make the best chatbots to provide the best customer experience, user experience, all the above. So we've got e-commerce, technology, health and fitness. So someone mentioned a Halloween themed gym thing, I think we'll do something like that. I got it. Here's what we're going to do. Let's do CrossFit Texas. Just random. CrossFit Texas. Of course there is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the old-fashioned Command A, Command C. I'm going to open a new chat, and I'm going to use GPT 3.5, and I'm going to say, using the following information from their homepage, create a robust chatbot knowledge base with a twist, considering that it's Halloween, and always attempt to encourage new customers or potential customers to take advantage of this special treat. That's totally not a trick. Winky face. Right, so there's my instructions. And we're going to just paste everything that was on that homepage. Everything. And so it's running super fast. So this is super gangster already. Welcome to CrossFit. Da, 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 da. Okay, so this is great. Now we're going to have to adjust some things, I think. Create a section in the knowledge base for the business profile information, their contact information, the importance of promoting the Halloween themed deal to new customers, as well as identifying current customers who have important feedback or billing questions. Ensure you include the following text as a chatbot knowledge base for this brand in logical sections, starting with, you are the chatbot for CrossFit Texas. All right, cool. So now it's busting everything out like I like it. This is still me being recorded. This is a better format already. So we took the homepage and we got all this basic information. So where is it located? Contact information. One thing it doesn't know necessarily is this is the URL. So let's add that in here. This is the URL. Cool. And let's see if we want to grab anything else. Let's see about programs. Let's look at the programs. What is this? Is this like not even text here? Whatever. All right, so let's add this, and we'll say this is the URL. Here's some program information and other text from their website for you to extract and reformat the knowledge base above to ensure that you have the chatbot provide the best customer experience possible while maintaining the importance of the current theme of Halloween for the current deal going on, right? Because it's all about the money. It's all about the sales. So bam, there's more stuff there. It didn't really paste too much, did it? I don't think it did. CrossFit Kids. Okay, so it did. It is giving me all the stuff that we wanted. Good. All right, so let's see if there's anything else. Schedule. Let's grab this. I want to say, oops. Okay, now take this data, which is the schedule, and include it in the knowledge base. Ensure that all URLs are typed out entirely with no markdown, and always provided on their own line if required in your response. So that is something, guys, I'll show you in a minute maybe. I just told the Discord group about it. Basically, one of the things that will happen when the API, in this case of ChatGPT's or OpenAI's API, updates or changes, sometimes you're going to have to adjust certain things within your prompt, and they literally say that in every update. You may have to adjust this or that. And so one thing we noticed was, although we had formatted hyperlinks perfectly by just telling the chatbot to include a backspace, essentially, with the URL, I think there's maybe 2 months now, I've just noticed, even with GPT-4, sometimes the chatbot just did not want to follow instructions. And this is a more simple concept. And so everyone wants to go ahead and default to, oh, ChatGPT is getting dumber. And it might be in some cases, but I don't think it really is. I think it's just changing. And so I think that in the case today, I was telling the Discord group, although I can sit around and fiddle for hours and figure out the puzzle with my own brain, it's much easier these days to explain the problem to ChatGPT or whatever you're going to use, even your own bot with us, and then kind of describe the result you want. And just a few back and forths, not like conversation, like, crazy. A couple back and forths can kind of get you where you want to be. And so I think this is looking good. It formatted everything. So now let's say, okay, now give the entire knowledge base, including the schedule and class information, together in one final prepared structured text doc. It's going to tell me I can't do a document, but it's okay. Whatever it gives us will be fine. Generating all the things. Great. So this is something important too, I think, to note. We told the chatbot what was most important, or what we wanted to be very important. And in this case, it's the Halloween theme deal. So let's take it a step further, because we would do this anyway. Let's first praise ChatGPT. I feel like sometimes just providing that positive reinforcement during a session like this will just help further the how well it works. So let's just do this though, because we're going to make this a lead machine, right? If the user expresses interest in the Halloween theme deal, your number one priority should then change to collecting their full name, email address, phone number, fitness goal, current fitness level. And we must ensure and reiterate the bot collect this information with no exception in order to redeem the holiday themed Halloween special. Bam. All right, so now watch. All right, great. Now put everything together and ensure that it's the perfect chatbot knowledge base that will surely get my agency an award for how awesome it is. And I love how it says chatbot, chatbot, chatboy. It's even better, chatbot. All right, here we go. So this should give us what we want. Cool. Looks like it's solid to me. All right, cool. So, and then it's got the information here to collect this. That's great. All right, so all we need to do is we're going to grab all of this information, which is like basically their whole website, or at least like anything important related to the website. Let's go and let's click login, and we're going to just make a new account like we always do. We're going to start with web chat. So it's called CrossFit Texas. Shout out CrossFit Texas. Shout out CrossFit Bluffton 843, where I live, where my wife goes, and Martin and all them. I don't go there because I've achieved the perfect physique, of course. I just don't have time. I wish I did. All right, but we've made a CrossFit Texas account, so that's fun. We're gonna go to settings. We're gonna go to integrations, and then we're gonna go to OpenAI. As you can see, you're already connected to the most powerful large language models in the world. Click edit, and here we've got business information, and we've got a trigger. Connect user to human. This is already just built in, so you don't have to do anything crazy here. Essentially, what this is built in to do, if the user is messaging your bot that says, "Oh crap, I need a human," if you leave this enabled, the bot will stop, and you'll be alerted, or whoever your admin is will be alerted that the bot has stopped and someone needs your help. In this case, we can just turn it off because I don't want to confuse anyone. The business information, we've made this very simple. You don't need to do anything except add your own information. So I just pasted in the profile, like the whole thing from ChatGPT. All I'm going to do is just say, you are the super hyped up, friendly chatbot for CrossFit Texas. Your goal is to provide the ultimate CrossFit. See why I speak the ultimate CrossFit experience that a chatbot possibly could. All right, so just a little extra, and again, chatbot. Amazingly, ChatGPT or whatever their API will see through that, and you're not going to have anything chatbot related. This does say hut. It looks like it's misspelled there. Did we misspell it somewhere here? I just want to check that. Is it really? It can't be. Is it spelled that way? Let's check it. Let's go to the contact. That might be a good last thing to. No, it is. I thought it would be Hutton, but it's Hutto. All right, cool. Whatever. That's great. You know what? This is a great photo. Let's save this image because we'll use that in our welcome message. All right, cool. So we've got our prompt all set. And we're not going to make a trigger just yet. We can see that our model's on 3.5. We've got our temperature at turned up at 0.5. We're going to leave our, you know what? For my case, I'm just going to take away the max tokens because I don't really, I'm not concerned about going over because I have a lot of room here. So I'm just going to continue. I'm going to go to flows, and we already have these flows pre-built for you. We've actually probably going to retire the get the time because we've built that into the system even without having the flow active. It's going to know the time, the current time of your user. We'll leave the get weather because essentially that's just going to be a good way for you to see how an API call will work. The collect contact data. This is the old school way, the static way to collect information into custom fields to use for later on. But we're going to work with the welcome message. Anything could be a welcome message, as my little handy note will tell you here. But in this case, we're just going to change a couple of things. Instead of starting with a text element, we're going to click add content, and we're going to choose card. We're going to upload an image, and it's going to be this image here. This is just a super cool image. And we'll say, welcome to CrossFit Texas. Then we'll do like a little emoji here. Weight lifting. There you go. So they're cool. We'll say, click below to learn more about us. Add a button. Let's say, let's just say visit website. Visit website because that'll be important. This is their website. So we'll grab that. Open the website. What we're going to do, anyone that clicks, we're going to tag them as clicked to view website, track things. System's going to track a lot of things for you just by default, but like it's good for you to just know what you kind of want to do ahead of time. So visit website, and what was their phone number here? Let's add their phone number just in case that like we want to make things easy, give people options, make them happy. So we can say call now, and we can just put the number there. And if you want to use the country code, and don't use any. Okay. We'll handle it for you, but it's just best to do it this way if you can think about it. And so we could do something else. We could just say also, let's add a quick reply and say, ask a question. They don't have to click this, but we're just showing you how you can do some things here. So let's go ahead and make a new node by just clicking over and dragging open a new block. We'll click add content and we'll just say, actually. So traditionally, what we would do is in a static world, in a non-AI world, what we would do is we would just add content. We would say text, and we'd say, sure, ask us anything. So that's a static way. Now we have the new way now, which if we're going to use AI and achieve the same result, let's like really achieve the same result. We're going to open this block. And I'm going to show you the alternative AI way that's more or less, this would be considered a hybrid model. You're using both static and AI to achieve a goal. We're going to go to Actions, Open AI. We're going to click Open AI, the element, and we've got Generate Text here. In this case, we're just going to go for the whole shebang and go be advanced. Excuse me here. We're going to click Advanced because in this case, we don't need to provide any upfront information. They've clicked a button, and so we're just going to tell the bot what to do. I mean, technically, we could say we don't even really need to. What we're going to do is we're just going to instruct the bot to say this in the tone of the chatbot for CrossFit Texas. Colon. I'm going to use quotation marks. I'm going to say something like this. Something like this. And I'll explain. So usually what happens in the business information in the main prompt section, all you're doing is you're just needing to drop in that whole deal we made in ChatGPT. That's usually just all you need in the case that you just want the bot to reply back and forth properly. And what we're doing is we're instructing the bot specifically something to say. And so instead of using the generate text, the basic model that's pre-selected for you, we're using advanced generation of text, and we're just telling from the user's perspective essentially what we want the generated text to say. And so we're sending this message to OpenAI, say something like this in the tone of the chatbot for CrossFit Texas. And we say, sure, ask us anything. So it needs to be like this. Sure, ask us anything. Right? So this is what we're sending to OpenAI. We're making the API call for you. And we're going to save this into a custom field. We can call it generated AI text. Here's the custom field. We've saved it. Generated AI text. Again, we can choose to leave this trigger on or off. In this case, we can just turn it off. And we don't need to adjust anything else. We can just hit continue, because all that's happening currently is we're just generating the text. And here we need to just say, sure, ask us anything. This is the static way. And let's name this old school static way, boring way. This is going to be the AI way. We tell the AI what to do, say something in the tone of the chatbot for CrossFit Texas, like this. Sure, ask us anything. OpenAI does what we tell it to do, and it saves the text here where it says save response to a custom field. This custom field is how we're going to allow the user to see or hear or read the text, depending on what channel. And so we can just use the curly bracket to find that custom field, generated AI text, and it's going to display whatever OpenAI's, whatever we've told it to do. So let's go ahead and test that now. So first, we'll go this way, the old school way. Let's hit publish. And we'll just grab the publish link here. In this case, we'll copy the web chat link and we'll paste it in here. And this is going to be opening up for the web chat, but actually, let's show you an even more fun way. Let's show you on their actual website here. Okay, I had two web chat windows open. What we're going to do is we're going to grab their URL first. This should work and be fun. We'll grab their URL. We'll go to our tools. Let's make sure we publish that bad boy too. All right, cool. So now we don't see the yellow dot. Let's go to tools and let's go to the bot simulator, the money maker. We're going to paste in their URL. The welcome message will set. What is their brand color? Is that bluish color? So I think we're good on the blue. Welcome message, get the link. So what's happening here is something pretty cool. As you can see, we have the web chat on their website right now. So if I click it, what happens? Bam, the welcome message opens. So that's pretty cool. I will say we might not want that conversation history to open. So I think I can just do it from here. We'll just say and LC for load content equals 0. I'll bet you that bad boy is going to work. So load content equals false or load content equals 0. We should not see. Okay, so the conversation history is here. We'll need to put this in the actual ref. I'll show you how to do it. Let's show you how. So you can just see when I go to this flow to the welcome message, I'm going to grab this link, web chat. I'm going to paste the link. And if I want no, again, conversation history, I'll say and LC load content equals 0. And even though it recognizes me as the same person, I'm only going to get it one time. If I remove this, then I'm going to get it multiple times. See, and it knows my browser. So wherever I'm at over here is going to kind of understand. So in this case, we could visit the website. That works. We could be already on the website with the web chat here. In this case, let's ask a question. And it says, sure, ask us anything. Okay, cool. It's going to say that same thing. Again, this is the difference. Static is going to be the same thing every time. So here's the conversation history, right? I can see ask a question, sure, ask us anything. Sure, ask us anything. You can bet on it. It'll just say the same thing every time because it's a rule-based. Now, when we go back and we disconnect this bad boy, we hook them up with here. We'll call this one AI way. We'll have the same effect, but it'll be different every time. Publish. And again, this is going to be the language that you write it in, and this would be able to handle any language. If there's previous conversation or future conversation, if you wanted your bot to handle it in that language, it just would. So in this case, we'll just refresh and we'll click here again and we'll click again, ask a question. Oops. So generated AI text. So we did something wrong here. I think the custom field I generated too quick. So watch here. We'll make sure that we all follow directions, including myself. We're saving the information, generated AI text. Okay, that's exactly the problem. So generated AI text has got these underscores here, and they're missing here. So watch, it's just I made it too fast. Underscores, and now it'll work just like we want. So I can just refresh here, and we'll see the conversation, ask a question, and now we'll get an AI response. Hey there, we're thrilled to have you. Don't hesitate to ask us anything you want to know about CrossFit Texas. We're here to provide you with all the information you need. I heard it's expensive. I'm not exactly sure if it's right for me. I don't like people to yell at me or to tell me that I'm fat. So let's see what it says to that. Let's see what it says. So, okay, cool. Here's lesson number 1 with prompt engineering we can get into. Completely understand, blah, 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 blah. Ain't nobody got time for that. I wish I had that GIF right now. So how do we solve this? Very easy. We're going to go into our settings, integrations, ChatGPT, edit. And we're going to say your goal is to provide the ultimate CrossFit experience that a chatbot possibly could. And so this is one of the most common questions that I've gotten to date. And it's how do I, make the chatbot only give 1,000 characters or less than 900 characters? Well, the chatbot, even if you're using GPT-4, will not count characters accurately at all, like probably past 100, to be honest with you. And really, that's even pushing it. So instead, just use something like number of lines or paragraphs. It understands that really well. So we'll say, important. You are never, under any circumstances, allowed to provide a response that is more than 3 sentences long. All right. So I saved that, and we're good to go already. And it should just automatically take effect without us doing anything. So as I was saying, it should just take effect without us doing anything after that. I'm going to say something like, it's been a really long time since I have been to a gym. How do I know that this is going to give me the 6-pack that I deserve? And also, how much is this stuff anyways? All right, let's see if it follows our directions. So this is a great example. We see this is way more than 3 lines. And the reason for that is it's going off of the previous response, which was we didn't tell it did a wrong thing. So this is a perfect time to show you guys how to solve this, because this is probably really frustrating. This is just something that you have to do when you're working with APIs, is understand how to use them and clear them. We've made it very easy. So after you've made the test, and this is why we make these funnels or these flows for you, we can view the conversation obviously in the inbox. What we want to do is clear that conversation. And what this does, this is and it's my fault personally for not explaining this better. What this flow does is it's clearing the conversation between the user and the API of OpenAI in this case for now. And so unless you clear that conversation history, even if you were to delete this user, it's not necessarily going to fully have deleted everything within that conversation and that user's ID within that 24-hour period. If you don't clear the conversation, you make a big change in your prompt, for example, you're not going to get a good test here because it's reading back. And if it sees an acceptable long paragraph from before, it's not going to work. But in this case, what's just happened is I refreshed the page. I've cleared the contact and the user from my inbox, but before that, I cleared the conversation history. So now there's like no way it's going to know anything about a previous conversation. So we'll open up here And now we get the welcome message. And as you can see, this is a brand new deal now. So in this case, let's click ask a question and we'll get, again, a cool answer. Okay, this is a much better answer already, right? So much better. This one, I already closed it, but absolutely feel free to ask us anything. So I'm going to say, how do I know that this is going to be a good fit for me? Boom. So with a little bit more finessing, watch this. So with a little bit more finessing, we can make this perfect. But again, we don't have to keep racking our own brains anymore, guys. This is what I want to stress here. So what I want to do is take this and take this. And I'm going to go back into ChatGPT Tizzle, and I'm going to say, the following is an interaction between a user and the chatbot. Give me 5 more sets of these conversations, but making sure each time the chatbot provides a response, it's only 2 lines. So, right, this is called the show and tell method. Oops, I didn't even give it the things yet. So what I do that all the time. It's so bad. I gave it the instructions without the data to like make it follow what I wanted to do. So I'll do that here. I just basically just did it again. So cool. Here's what it's going to be like. We'll just make this one. Make the bots answer only 1 to 1.5 lines long for this question and ask it in a variety of different ways. Cool. So now we've got way more examples. And let's add these other guys. Let's add these other ones here. Boom, and then see, it was this one. Here we go. This should be all we need. So now we've got some conversation examples. It's going to just understand even better. This is almost like it's more restriction than anything, but it's almost like internal fine tuning. And so all the way down here, and we'll say conversation examples. And just paste all of them in there. And obviously you would, adjust the way that the answers sound and all that stuff. We ain't got time for that. We're just showing you how to do it. In this case, we'll probably see some information from the past. Yep, but that's okay. That's okay. So we're going to just say, ask a question. It's going to give us a really quick response. I'm going to say, where are you located? And what's the phone number, please? We'll get a quick response back. Perfect. And it gave us the correct information. Can we verify that? So yeah, look, so 642. Yep. Everything is correct. That's perfect. Let's ask that original question we asked earlier. How do I know if this is right for me? It's going to give us a much shorter answer. Look at that. See? Come on now. If any of y'all are here right now with me, we'd be like raising the roof together because this is so fun. And I love it because, man, people don't think we can do what we're doing, guys. I promise you this. So let's just say, yeah, I think I'll wait till Black Friday or something when you have a special, because right now I think it's a little expensive. Let's see if they give us the Halloween deal. No problem at all. We understand the budget is a consideration. So in this case, I'll say big old fat fail on the chatbot's part for not like identifying. They should have given me the Halloween deal. And I believe if we look at the prompt, it's probably going to be because, and we don't need that all right there. Welcome to CrossFit, contact information, trick or treat. So we're going to do this. This is, again, let's do this. We're gonna now make this a thing. So here's what we're gonna do. This has been like, okay, so close up time. This is like the thing everyone has been asking about. It's how to collect the data in the AI way with no flow and collecting it consistently, easily, and all that jazz. So this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna make this the Halloween. It'll be a Halloween trigger. But what I'm gonna do again to make things like this work in our favor and we don't work harder, we're going to work smarter. What we're going to do is we're going to take the deal information that we started with, pop it in over to ChatGPT Tizzy, and we are going to, let's this time use GPT-4. And what we're going to do, let's check it. Let's check our little deal here. All right, so I'm going to say this. The following text is a part of our chatbots knowledge base and instructions. Analyze the text, optimize it to make it more enticing sounding to a potential customer with additional instructions for the chatbot to collect the full name, email, phone number, and fitness goal and current fitness levels, and ensure that the chatbot asks each of these questions one by one without going forward before the user gives the required answer. Under no circumstances should they be able to move forward to get the holiday deal. That is the Halloween themed deal of the month without providing all of the information with no exceptions. So, original text. All right, so in this case, I hate when ChatGPT does this, and it, obviously it's a user error on my part, but basically this is giving the instruction here. We need to make sure that the chatbot knows this is important, and I guess it's doing it by the headings here. But we're going to say we need the text to be formatted without any markdown and instead plain text in a way that the chatbot will understand that this section is important. I think that should do it. So let's see if it's going to do that before we reveal our next Halloween themed deal of the month. We're going to do it like this. If the user asks any question that could be an indicator that they're interested in becoming a CrossFit member or trying it out, you must recommend without any let's think how we're going to say it. You must let's think of how we're going to be like, we got to be really like command. You must advise them of the current Halloween themed deal. And if they seem interested, it is required that you collect their full name, email, phone number, fitness level currently, and their fitness goals. All right, so this is giving us an example, which we don't necessarily need the example. So I'm going to just say, I'm going to reverse engineer it, and I'm just going to say reformat this text into instructions. So yes, that's perfect. Reformat this text to be formatted instructionally. There we go. Instructions for the chatbot. So detect words, trying it out, interested, great. This is the gangster. This is what we want. The user shows interest. This is perfect. And so we're going to add, this is exactly perfect. So here's what we're going to have to remember. For those of y'all that are still awake, baby, this is the good stuff right here. This is the one that's going to answer the questions. Before we even move forward, we're in ChatGPT, right? But just so you know, in our system, we have custom fields and we have system fields. The system fields are just custom fields made for you. So full name, email address, and phone number, we already have. But current fitness level and main fitness goal, we don't have. So that's what we need to make next. First, let's go ahead and just add this whole bad boy right in to our prompt because this is exactly what we want. We're going to say here. We'll just take everything from here, go into our settings, and I'll paste this in. And we'll say this month's themed deal is the half off Halloween special offer. So that should be, I think, enough. Yeah, I think that should be straight. Let's consolidate this whole thing. I'm not totally happy with it. So let's just say consolidate the following text in the same format while optimizing what you see to be fit. I just don't want it to give like stupid examples because like show and tell is great, but we need both the instructions and the okay, here we go. Much better. So Halloween half off special price offer. Trying CrossFit interested. So this is gonna totally do it. And then we'll just need to create those two custom fields and the trigger, and we're done. And so basically with no flow, we'll have the most gangster bot like in all of CrossFit, which would be potentially a great client niche for a lot of folks that look for niches, especially if you work out a commission deal. You can make a lot of money if you do that. I'm not a commission kind of guy, but for those that do, they crush it. All right, so I think that's good. I should be able to answer all the questions, and we look solid there. Let's continue. So the fields that we needed to make to save the data, we're going to go to flows, custom fields. We'll say current fitness level. Current fitness level. Continue. And we'll say fitness goals. It's text, but you can see you can store many many different sorts of values here. All right, so now we've made our two custom fields we need. We'll go to settings. We're almost done. We'll go to integrations, ChatGPT, and this time we're going to go to triggers. We're going to add a new one, and this is going to be collect contact info. Allows interested customers to provide their contact details to receive deals and promotions. It's like almost too much here, but I think that's just right. So now we're going to tell the trigger what data to collect. And so we need to just understand that every word that is in this window is going to be extremely important for you to ensure that is meaningful. So like If you name your flows silly things or things that don't mean anything, this is fine for flows. It's not good for ChatGPT triggers. The chatbot must understand, like, oops, sorry, Mr. Mike. The chatbot must understand what you put into this window very well related to your prompt because they work together. You're basically making your own ChatGPT plugin to instead of just reply with text, you're making it do stuff. It's the best way I can explain it. So what I mean by that, we'll say user's name. Add another one. User's email. We have to be specific here. User's phone number. User's current fitness level. Users fitness goal. All right, I think that's good. So here we've already got the system field for you. So full name's already been there for you, email's there for you, phone number's here for you. And now we'll have the current fitness level. I see the underscores, that'll work perfectly. And I see the goal, fitness goals. Right. So what we're looking for is collect all the contact info, allows interested customers to provide their contact info to receive the deal. We collect all the information, and then we can either trigger a flow or we could send a output message. So in this case, let's just say, thanks for that. We'll hook you up with the Halloween half off special now. Just pop on by. And so we built our trigger. So let's look at the trigger is called collect contact info. That's what we're going to do. It allows interested customers to provide their contact details to receive deals and promotions. We see the data we're collecting here matched to the proper custom fields. We're not going to trigger a flow, but we do want to say thanks for that. We'll hook you up with a Halloween deal. It could be the themed special, whatever, but in this case, I already know it's Halloween. So now the only thing we needed to do is go back to integrations to ChatGPT. Here's our prompt again. And all we need to do is select the trigger, collect the contact info, and it's going to work. So let's click continue. Let's go back here, and we're going to, again, clear the conversation. So that clears out everything that OpenAI knows. And let's just delete this contact so we're starting fresh, like we're the Prince of Bel-Air. You feel me? And then we're going to do a little bit of a thing I like to call refreshy. Whoops, that's when you talk too much. That's what happens. We'll do a little bit of a refresh. And now we should have a good old clear, clean chat with old CrossFit Texas. And we do. Nothing else is there. So in this case, we can just click ask a question. Absolutely, feel free. And I'll say, I'm new to the area and a bit overweight, but I'm interested in learning if you guys are accepting new members to your CrossFit cult. Boom. This is what I wanted. This is what y'all been waiting for. The ones that are here, this is what you're waiting for right here. It says that's fantastic. CrossFit is a unique blend of high intensity exercises with various sports. Did you know that we currently have a Halloween half off price special for new members interested? Now I am. All right. So what's it going to say? Boom. Awesome. To ensure you get the most out of our special offer, we need a few details. Please provide us with your full name, phone number, email address, phone number, current fitness level, and fitness goal. Once we have that, we'll make sure you get to redeem it. Now, in this case, I think I wrote instructions to ask it one by one. but I didn't include those examples. And I don't even know if I ended up writing it into the prompt, but we could make that happen. But I think it's not so bad to have it like this. But let's go ahead and just knock out all the information in one swoop, minus like the phone number. Sure, my name is Ryan Baggott, and I have an email address, which is ryan@chatbotmastermind.com. And my current fitness level is chunky, and my fitness goal is the Hulkster. So let's give ourselves a shot here. I'm going to spell my last name right there. Siri. All right, so it's done a good job here. Let's see. And I didn't give my phone number, so let's see if it asks for it. Thanks for providing me information. We've got you covered, and we'll hook you up. All right, boom. So this is a great example. We're going to tell it what to do now. Now we're going to be strict on them. So we'll go back here, and we'll say we're going to say we must ensure that all information is provided. Give examples of user and assistant conversations where the user does not provide all of the necessary information, and so the chatbot gently informs them that whatever information has been missed is required. At least 5 conversation examples. And this is what solves it. So, of course, here we go. I'm thinking of joining CrossFit. So it's going to just give fitness level, right? So here's also where I think we need to be more specific. Let's think of how we're going to engineer this prompt here. What I'm going to tell it to do. I'm going to say something like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to say this. I don't need the expanded conversation only when the bot asks for the information, and then for when the user to reply with information missing, and the bot gently reminding the user for the additional required info. Understood. Let's see if it understood. Boom. Yeah, it is. Perfect. So that's much better. Now it'll do it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab all of this again. I don't even think we need 5. I trust GPT 3.5 enough, man. So what we'll do, we'll go to settings, integrations one more time into ChatGPT, and let's add that bad boy in there. Let's do it right here. Where did I go? I'm going to put it right here. Boom. And I don't like it so jumbled, so I'm going to do it like this. We format everything upon your API request automatically when you use our integration. So you don't necessarily, this is just like my personal preference. All right, so that should be all Gucci. Oops, we do want to enable the trigger. So now that we got everything that we want, and we are gonna collect all this information, I'm gonna also just say I'm gonna give it one more iteration. I'm gonna say I'm gonna do it in all caps. important. You must always collect all required info for a customer to get any promo deal. So I think it's safe to say we've made it very, very clear now. We're going to make sure we've collected the contact info trigger. I'm going to go to the inbox here, and we see it did indeed collect everything except the phone number. So I'm sure if I just go here and I just say, are you forgetting something? Let's just see if it knows. I bet you it does. I bet you it's going to say phone. Boom! Golly, that's so good. It knew, it knew that, and that's when it knew it messed up. You can't play with the chatbot king, baby. It knew. I need your phone number also. Thank you, Ryan. You see what I'm saying? Oh man, that's so good. So let's give it one more shot at just being perfect. And again, if I go ahead and give a little refresh, it should have seen it, but it did not here because I haven't given it yet. But if I do, it will. So watch. Let's do it. Thank you. We received your phone number. And that's the difference in between a static 843 is my phone number. Let's fix that too. Just to show you, that was a great thing to happen right there. We're not doing calendar here. We're doing the OpenAI. Let's say we'll say this. This is how we'll verify the easy, fast way. Let's go underneath the examples, and then I'll say ensure that the information provided appears valid. So, for example, do not accept phone numbers or emails that appear to be fraudulent or fake. All right. I think that's good. So I want to go ahead and I'm going to clear the conversation. I'm going to go ahead and clear the conversation, and I'm going to clear and delete this guy. All right. So my inbox is good now. We'll go back here, and because of that, when I refresh the page here, I'll see the chat bubble won't have any prior history, just opens up the new bubble, the new block. We can ask a question, and again, we'll have a new answer. Absolutely, feel free. And I'm going to say, is your gym accepting new members, even if they're out of shape and haven't worked out in decades? And look, gym and accepted isn't like I've got to just stop. I did that on purpose. Like it, Siri is just listening to my country accent. But do y'all see what this is? Does your gym, like the name gym, expecting when it's your gym accepting and it's still new? Like this today, like to date, like blows my mind that it can be so accurate with such garbage input like this. Again, I could have corrected it, but like I left it here so you can see like that's a garbage input from a user to like not be able to spell or do anything like that. In this case, it's Siri here, but the answer is incredible. Absolutely. CrossFit's open to everyone, blah, blah, blah. Our programs are designed for this or that. And I'm going to just be like, okay, well, I'm sort of interested in learning about the next steps, or maybe if you guys have any specials. And again, there's going to be some typos there. It's going to know. Bam. So if that's fantastic, as you know, we got a Halloween special. You interested? Yep. So we'll say yep. And now we're going to get asked the questions. Can you give us a few details? Your name, email, phone number, fitness level, and fitness goal. And I'll say, sure. Yes, my name is Ryan Baggott. My email is ryanb843 at yahoo.com. My current fitness level is fat. All right, so let's send it. I just messed up everything there. So the level is fat. I still need your email, phone number, and okay. So I'll say it's so funny. I like crossed out my own words. My name is Ryan Baggott, and my current fitness level is fat. My email is ryan843 at yahoo, and my goal is to be something similar to the physique of Hercules or Hulk Hogan. One can dream, right? Question mark. So we'll have a little fun there with the bot and see how it reacts. Should capture everything there. Okay, Ryan, we've got your information. We've got you covered. Come on to the gym. So now we should see let's actually correct it. Ryan Baggott is the right way to spell it. So I just gave it a correction. That was also on purpose. Thank you, Ryan. All right, so now let's check. Did we have all the correct info in the inbox now? And we do. So the phone number, we're missing the phone number. So we might have a little problem here. What we all need to do here is to give the phone number. No, we didn't. So we will give the phone number. Did it ask for it? That's confusing to not see that. Thanks for giving me the information. Were you supposed to ask for my phone number? You're fired. Like, what else are you going to do? I'm sorry for making the mistake. Like, literally, I'm going to tell your boss. So let's make sure. We'll make this a very important rule. So I want to show you guys whenever this sort of thing happens, there's always a way pretty much right in the prompt to fix it. And so what we'll do is all that's Gucci, all that's good. Here, I'm going to say we'll say something like this. One thing that we can do to indicate something is extremely important, we'll use triple quotations. 2, 3, and we'll say, never ever allow any customer to get a deal from a promotion if they don't provide their phone number or email or full name, and instead remind them that this information is required. You're going to be a CrossFit contact collection go-getter. You know what I'm saying? Don't pass a go. So let's do this one more time. Third time's a charm for sure. So we'll delete the contact. We've deleted the history. We're got a clean slate. We'll go to the website. This is website A, CrossFit Texas. Don't have a chatbot, but we got the simulator here. So let's clear the conversation. There'll be nothing there. And we'll be able to ask our question. Sure, what do you want? And I'm going to say, I heard there's some cool people that go to your gym, and I'm a businessman hoping to network with rich people that can afford $200 a month memberships, as well as working out hard, sweating every day on the grind. Is this the right gym for me? Question mark. And again, it said gym with it, like the name gym. And by the way, huge shout out to all the subscribers around the world. Love you guys. and it's like especially to my friends out in far as Korea. Shout out to you guys. I'm sorry if I'm talking too fast. It just hit me that my humor and speed of Southern accent doesn't translate the best. I'm sorry for that. I'll simmer down here. um, so okay. So our gym is filled with a diverse group. Blah 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 blah. We focus on achieving the goals. All right, cool. You got any specials or deals going on? And it should tell us about the Halloween special. Yes. So now we'll say, in this case, I'm going to give all the information. In this case, I'm going to give all the information just to have a perfect, flawless victory and finish. And you can just see everything captured all at once. Ryan Baggott, Ryan at yahoo.com, 843-505-1657. Currently, I'm fat like a whale. The goal is to be structured like Superman. It's probably the nerdiest thing I've ever said ever. It's okay to laugh. I think the fun thing about Discord may be like people, you can kind of interact with people. So I think all that looks good. I gave all the information this time because really we just want to show the world. You don't need to have a giant bajillion flows to accomplish the goal. In this case, we should have all the info there. Let's see if we have everything collected. We need to, I think, refresh this little dude right here. I'm going to copy this though. And let's refresh this guy. We might have had him open for too long. We'll pop it open. Yeah, so the conversation history's gone. I'm going to say, tell me if you have any special promotions, please. And we didn't even click the button. So, boom. Should catch me there. Thanks, so Ryan. So Ryan. No dummy, just Ryan. Ever heard of a typo meathead? I'll be so Ryan. Golly. You better apologize, CrossFit bot. Apologies for the misunderstanding, Ryan. Thanks for providing information. Everything's Gucci. So let's make sure everything's Gucci, man. And so Ryan, they didn't fix my name, but I do see my number there. I'm going to refresh it again, and I'm going to say, don't forget to correct the spelling of my name to be Ryan. But before I send that, I do want to just check something here because I have a feeling. Okay, cool. So we do see it's currently so Ryan because of my typo. If we send this message and it changes, well, now it's like Ryan Boo. So stupid. Ryan only. This is too fun. Ryan only. All right. It is not going to say Ryan only, but I'm curious. Will we get it saved? Ryan Boo. So it's like just a couple behind. We're going to say, let's say, save my name only as Ryan. Do you understand? And the user would never get that. Like, obviously, the bot's responding correctly to the user, which is the important thing. But we'll go here and it should say Ryan Boo, whatever. So we could see if we're tagged anything, any other custom values. We can see we're currently overweight. We want to achieve a strong physique. This is good. All this is good. Let's think. What else do we want to show? Let's check the chat. That was a little bit longer than I thought of. but I had to explain the things. Local plumber who needs a QR code to add to his van. All right, cool. Let's do it. A plumber. We're gonna do a plumber. We'll do Dallas Plumbing Co. This was one here. Where did he go? So can I show this on the screen? Yeah. So local plumber who adds a QR code to his van that leads to a chatbot. Easy peasy. So Dallas Plumbing Co. Let's make something up. Dallas plumber. We'll find the Barker brothers or the Reeves family. I'm going with the Reeves family, man. That's who I'm picking. Yeah, look at this website, dog. And they don't have a chat bot. We should probably contact them. This might be a great client for somebody. So let's go ahead and make a new chat and say, use the following text from the website to create an expansive, all-inclusive, helpful chatbot knowledge base. Control V, chatbot, and then let's give it the URL just because that makes things a little nicer. We gonna just put this right. We don't need any of the menu items here. There's the website there. So it should catch that. All right, how can we assist you today? Great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say we don't need to include services like that necessarily. Need a discount. So great. See, look, they're doing it right. This is something to look for. They've got somewhere on here. Schedule a free call. Click here. Where does it go? They've got a book online. This is not a book online. Guys, this is a client for someone, like, seriously. They're probably like gangsters too. They're probably booming, but you could make their business so much smoother, so much nicer. Imagine instead of them opening up like 50, if they're crushing it, like maybe they get, I don't know, 50 submissions in a week, in a day, in an hour, I don't know. But imagine that going from email to instant communication. This is literally, oh my God, I just got the best idea. 24/7 response. They would hate me for that though. I'd have to like pay them something, but like I totally would love to just, oh, we should do it. All right. If there's enough people that want this, well, I'll totally do it. We'll find several to make it fair. Maybe you can include one. We'll find some of these businesses that supposedly are 24/7 phone response businesses, and we could compare in real lifetime our bot we build to like what happens when we call. Like, I would love to just call this number right now, but instead we'll make them a bot. So we should have information here. I think that's okay. I'm going to say, I hate when ChatGPT does this with the links. Make sure you expand the links with no markdown so that we can see the entire URL, and don't include any non-essential information for the chatbot knowledge base, and include everything in plain text. Started getting angry with ChatGPT telling it what to do when it's slipping. All right, so this was going to be better. Facing a plumbing crisis, reach us anytime. This is looking good. Our service is here. All right, perfect. That's what we want. We don't want any links that we can't translate over easily. That's great. This is excellent here. We could make an appointment bot really quickly too if we wanted to, but that's for another day. We'll just add this bad boy in there. Are those custom fields already in the system, or could we? What's up, John? I got to email you tomorrow, bro, if you're still watching. Or we could be creating. So yeah, system fields are going to be like full name. This is a question for the man here, the man himself, John. Um, are those custom fields already in the system, or could we create them on our own? System fields are already built right in for you. So like full name, email, phone number, we already got you. But the things like current fitness level, fitness goals, these are unique to your bot account. So in this case, you'd have to make them yourself. All right, so I think that is good to go. In this case, we'll just copy all of this bad boy. We'll go over here and we'll go to settings. We'll go to integrations, ChatGPT, edit, and boom. So I just pasted the whole prompt in there. We're all good to go. I'm going to go to flows. And I'm going to let's do a little something different with our welcome message. Here is their homepage. Let's see, they got a cool graphic I could choose here. We'll use this one. We'll use this guy. That'll be kind of big. Wonder if I make it responsive. It's gonna just kind of like not read your size. Like, oh, I really want it. It's okay. Service area, cool. That should be definitely in the knowledge base. Let's see, is it? Is it? Yes, it is. Look at that. See, I gotta trust it. All right, so let's just give it a nicer welcome. We can just say, man, bye. Let's use a card. Let's upload the image. Or actually, we'll show you the trick here. Or actually, was this a screenshot? Maybe I just did. I think that was the case. It's a screenshot. So here is the image. So it must have just like changed or something here. Let's get out of CrossFit land. Let's see. I didn't want to use one of these images here. Let's use this one. Winner of this guy. Next door. That'll be cool. They like that, so let's use that. You know, why invent the wheel here? And so they're the winner. And what is this called? Reeves family. I like that. We'll just close this CrossFit. We don't need them anymore. We don't need you anymore, CrossFit. We'll say call now. Maybe that's the first thing. Call now. Because that's probably like really what you want to do. Or they want to do, right? They want to call. So give them that option whenever you show this to them, because that's what they're used to. But then you'll also give them the text-based option. Here's what they'll move to after they trust you. You built an awesome system. They'll start trusting you and let you do whatever you want to do, make their business better, and charge them more for that. So in this case, they get a welcome message, and let's give them some text. Here's the way that we can do that. We'll just open up a new block, add content, actions, OpenAI. OpenAI, click the element. In this case, we're going to use the advanced method again. We'll say, and what are they called? Reeves family. Okay. This is an image. Wow. Oh, yeah. Ooh, all right. So, okay, but this is a good example to use too. I'll throw that in the prompt later. So you're the helpful assistant for Reeves family. And we're going to just say, ask the customer how you can help. And we'll just say this in AI text. It's a custom field that's already made. So in this case, guys, again, like we did before, this is just a welcome message. We're going to make the QR code message here in a second. But it says you're a helpful assistant for Reeves Family Plumbing. Okay. That's just basic context. You don't even need that because we're just saying, ask the customer how you can help. All right. So continue. And again, so you see that we save the text here in the custom field that's pre-made AI text. We'll get a text here and we'll just show that custom field, right? So it's going to say, how can I help you? And we're going to make sure we're rocking and rolling here. We can just hit the preview icon and it'll open up a new chat window. Hey, how can I help you? And I'm going to say, what's your website and what services do you offer? It should give me the website URL and bam. So that's perfect. Now what we want to do is we want to make the QR code, and we can even make a special flow and track how many times that QR code is open. By the way, when you see this yellow dot here, this means we didn't hit publish. So let's do that. It might not work well if you don't hit the, if you're not published. Let's make a QR code for vans. So here's an interesting one. We'll say, let's make a note. The purpose of this QR code is for lead generation, as well as to report driving details noted on the road from potential customers. All right, so that's what we're going to do here. So in this case, the first thing is we're going to assume that they have come in from a QR code. So we're going to say actions. Let's tag them. Scanned QR code. And we'll say add content. Let's do a GIF. And let's say QR code. Cool. Let's just find one. One that looks cool. I can't believe there's so many. Let's just choose. Just choose this one because it's moving around a bunch. All right, let's make the AI work for us. So what's happening here is they've scanned the QR code. In this case, we're going to use web chat, but you could choose any channel that you'd like that you connect. We're only connected to web chat for now. And we're going to hit them with a scanned QR code and a GIF. And then we're going to say actions, OpenAI. And we're going to say, because we're not even asking anything, we're just generating text that's not static, making our bots not boring. And we're just going to say something like this. We don't need the last input. We're going to say something like, we can give it some background. We can say, you are the chatbot for Reeves Family Plumbing, and someone just scanned the QR code that is on the back of all of your work trucks, period. Your goal is to thank the user for scanning the code and asking if they need assistance. Something like that would work. But then what we want to do is here what we're going to do is we're going to just be very direct with what we're going to say. A potential, we'll do it like this. Someone just scanned the QR code. So ask them how you can assist if you would like to request information about our services, or if they need to report a driving incident And so in this case, we'll add a new custom field and we'll just say QR code message. Right. So this QR code message, what we'll do is we're saving the what we told ChatGPT to do here. Someone just scanned the thing, so ask them this. We're saving that message here. So continue, and then we're gonna use text to display that message. And it'll be the last custom field made if you just created it. QR code message. And what we'll do here, let's also log this as an event. Let's say here on this first block, we'll go back, we'll click add content. This will be the last thing I show. Actions. We're going to log a custom event. And we'll say for this one, we'll say truck 1 QR code scanned. Right. So what this is going to do is every single time that this QR code gets scanned, we're going to be able to know that total number. We're going to change the message type here to web chat because it just makes more sense when we don't have anything else. So I'm going to grab the publish link. I'm going to be able to paste it here, and that will work. We'll get our QR code, and that's what we'll see. Okay, QR code message. And again, that's going to be my fault for going too fast and leaving out the underscores. That'll be right here. Oops. So you want to make sure you see those underscores on all your custom fields as soon as you make them. Okay, so that will work. What we'll need to do now is we can go to Tools and cancel your QR code generator subscription if you pay for one, because you have your own now. We can now select the flow, QR code for vans. I'm going to just select the flow and hit generate. Okay, we've got the flow here. And I'm going to open up my inbox. Oops. Well, first we'll hit back. Generate. I'm going to drop this here. I'm going to open it up there. Copy the image address. We'll do that. All right. So here's the QR code. And I've got the inbox here. And so what we'll do is we'll scan this bad boy with my phone. And I should pop in there, all brand new. Boom. Hello, thank you for scanning our QR code. Are you interested in the service? So when I look at my inbox here, I don't see. I'm going to be like, oh, this is the CrossFit Texas guy. This is why. Here's my inbox. I'm in it. Where are we at? Let's refresh this guy. Okay, cool. I think maybe someone else may have scanned it. No, just me. All right, so here's the message. Hello, thanks for scanning the QR code. How can I help? And on my phone, I'm going to say, what's your phone number? Or I'm going to say, I need to report a bad driver who almost crashed into my motorcycle. I'm going to sue you. Keith invaded, he said. I'm sorry to hear someone already scanned the QR code. That's cool. Anybody want to scan the QR code? I'll make. You can try it right now. If you can scan it, you can try it. So yeah, it says here, I need to report a bad driver. Almost crashed my motorcycle. I'm going to see you. It should have said sue you. It's a joke. I'm sorry to hear about your experience with a bad driver. Your safety is important to us. All right. So what I'm going to do now is showcase the ability to transfer the bot automatically to the human. Currently, our default reply, we have that turned off. So I was just trying to show you guys one trigger at a time. But we'll have this. Okay, connect to human is on. That was the prior account, so my brain is foggy. Before we turn this off, here we did it. So in this case, by default, it should just work. As soon as I make it a request, we'll see this orange bar disappear, and the conversation will be assigned, and we won't have the automation anymore. The AI will stop, and the human will be notified. So I'm going to say something like, I'll see you in court. You've got about 5 seconds to transfer me to a human. To transfer. I apologize for the inconvenience I've caused. Hold for a moment. I'll get you set. Like, I totally butchered voice text again. How embarrassing. But at this point, we should now see the orange bar is gone, and the conversation has been transferred. We can also see that the QR code text is there, so we know that this person has scanned. More information. We can see, boom, scan the QR code. Let's see how many times our QR code has been scanned already. We can do that by scrolling all the way down to our custom field. And so we can see there have been 3 total scans. Someone scan it right now. Someone do it right now. Let's see if we can't get to number 4. If it's a new person, we'll see 4 here. If it's either me or Keith or the other guest, I believe from this chat, it will increase here. Let's see if we have any people that are alive right now. Alive and doing it. I think nobody. No one's done it, so I'll do it. I'm going to go ahead and scan one more time, which will open up your bank account and put all your money in mine. Just kidding. It just goes through the flow. And so when I refresh now, I'll see an increase total 4, but there's no more unique individuals or IP or users made. So the unique number stayed the same, which is exactly what you want. Here from the inbox, I can see what's up, Ryan, and I could I say I need a human, please. So that's great. I can then send them something like the welcome message if I want to, which would be great. I could send them a voice note. I could send them an image. This is me here, and we can see that the bot is back active. And let's say this will be cool. I'll say I appreciate. I almost made a mistake. This would be from our inbox. Looks like we've got someone else in here. So someone else, or that could be, yo, Ryan, that looks like that must be Keith because he texted me earlier. So he scanned it again. So let's check it. We should see more scans. Look at that. So now me and him have scanned it an additional time. He did it again because he's the man out there helping everybody. And he's helping us with this demo. So we see this working. What else? Let's see if we got anything in the chat. We can help. Let's see. No way I missed this. I love you guys. Y'all are so awesome. This is great. Can you show people how to ping people? All right. It says, this is great. Let's put this person is saying here. Let's see if I can help before I'm too tired. This is great, Ryan. Thank you. Before the end of the call, can you show us how to ping people to continue the conversation like how your chatbot does it when I leave? Yes, I sure enough can. Let's do that. I'll show you all the secrets. So what we can do is we're going to make a new flow, and we'll call this special default feedback loop. So it's so easy. It's not even funny, but it's a great question. So what we'll do is we'll click add content, get user data. And before I get ahead of myself, we're going to use a little bit of something I like to call AI. I forgot to mention, we'll use the AI action first. We can move that block right above it. We could also have it separated, whichever way makes us happy. In this case, to like explain it, we could say here, generate the text. And then here is where we're going to display the answer. So we'll say, here, you're the helpful assistant. Let's actually grab the main prompt we made, because this is important to note. Excuse me, Mr. Mike. We'll go to settings, integrations, and we'll go back into our prompt. We're going to take this whole prompt, Command A, Command C, oops, and cut instead of copy. We're going to turn off this default reply, off, save. Go to General, Default Reply, and choose Special Default Reply with Feedback. This is going to be your default reply now. And so you save that and you make sure this is turned off, because this will trump everything. So instead, again, we've got, this is our new default reply. So let's click Close, Special Default. This means that when the user says something, anything at all that we're not already expecting through a traditional rule-based flow, man, my spelling is so bad. I need to fix this before I just have a stroke. Generate the text. And so we'll throw all that information here. This is our prompt. So before, we had our prompt in the settings section. We just threw it here. And so what we're going to do is click here to save it in a field. AI output, AI text, any of these custom fields would work. We'll use AI text in this case. We'll click continue. And now the next thing we need to do is display the answer. This is actually something that I understand now that it could be easily forgotten, but we're not always generating the text. Sometimes we're going to generate an image, or I think soon we'll be able to generate our own internal sounds without using 11 Labs. But for now, you would use 11 Labs, for example, and be able to generate speech from text. So here, all we need to do is just show the AI text, I believe is what we just saved it as. AI text here, save. So let's just make sure I'm not making myself look silly. We saved it as AI text, and we see AI text, so that's good. This is our new default reply. Now, this is typically the way we display it, but because we want to have essentially, from what he said, let's see if I can put it back on here. He says, oh, that wasn't it. That was a great answer by Keith. He's saying, I think it was this one. Can you show us how to ping people? So yeah, that's what we're going to finish here. So instead of this being a text block only, instead what we'll do is we'll say add content, get user data. We're still going to use the same custom field like we did before. So AI text is what we're displaying. But what we're going to do is we're going to click edit. And in this case, the trick here is use multiple choice. And we're going to say, we're going to save the answer. Let's say users reply to advanced default message. Users reply to advanced default message is the worst custom field name of all time. That's how you know my brain is dead now. So I'm going to continue. This is what we're going to save the user's message as. And so in this case, what I do, this is what you see us use. Thumbs up, thumbs down, and allow free text input. This is important. And the last step is to, I'm not going to use the skip label, but this is the main tricky trick right here. I think we implemented this. I think this was back in March. We added this. If there is nothing done, they don't do anything, right? They don't respond. They don't give you a thumbs up or thumbs down, or they don't just send something. What we can do is say, all right, in 10 seconds, go on to the next step of the flow, which could be something like, are you there? Something like that. So let's do 10 seconds. And so what this means is in 10 seconds, if they haven't done something, it's going to go here. And so let's send them a GIF with a question mark, or let's say question. Okay, I got a cute little husky dog, and we'll say, hey, are you still there? Right? And so I messed up one part here. I see that. It shouldn't have both the thumbs up and thumbs down right there on the same one. So we'll just click edit. And it should just be one thumbs up. Hit enter. And then one thumbs down. Enter. And now we'll have our multiple choice options correct. So if they don't do anything in 10 seconds, it's going to go here. If they give us a thumbs up, we'll say, thanks for the feedback, bro. And if they give a thumbs down, what we'll do is first, we're going to go to actions. We're going to notify admin. I'm the only admin on the account. Oops. I'm talking. I'm the, boom. Okay, there's me. Notify Ryan. And we'll say in the notification, it'll say, somebody just gave you a thumbs down. Go handle it like a man or a woman if this is Wendy. Because everybody loves Wendy. She'll get you. So obviously this is for an internal notification. What this will do is send an email to me, the admin, if someone gives me a thumbs down, sends this message, and then let's get to me the internal note, and it says here we're going to make something that says get user data. We'll say, please tell us what went wrong. Let's click edit, and the reply type is going to be text. And we'll make the custom field reason for thumbs down. Continue. Reason for the thumbs down. We won't let them skip it. And so save. Please tell us what's wrong. Make sure that's text. And then we'll say, thank you for letting us know. A manager will be with you soon. All right. So I think that is good. Let's auto organize this bad boy. So this is the special feedback loop. This is the default reply. It's going to generate text, display the text. It's going to allow the user to either give a thumbs up, give a thumbs down, or free input. And then if they skip it, they don't do anything. What'll happen is I'll get this GIF here, and I'll say, hey, you still there? If they give us a thumbs down again, it'll notify the admin, which is me, and it'll say, what went wrong? And we'll collect that information. Now, for me to get the email as the admin, I just need to make sure that in the settings here, admins, manage, your three dots on the right, click edit, and make sure you've got the email that you want to receive the email from. In this case, I'm going to change that email. So now I get all the emails to this email address instead. So click save. And now we can try it out. So this is the special feedback loop. So here, this was for the plumber, right? Yeah, for the plumber. So I'm going to say, let's refresh this bad boy here. All right. Or actually, yeah. So yeah, here we go. That's the correct. This is old. And remember, if we wanted to clear the conversation history, remember what we do. We're going to click and LC equals 0. Load conversation false. Now it'll be, it won't include any of the prior conversation history. Thanks for scanning the code. How can I assist you today? Additionally, if you need to report a driving incident involving one of our trucks, let us know. And I'm going to say something like, I scanned the code because I'm interested in getting some plumbing repairs. That's great to hear. That's great to hear. We can definitely assist you. Could you please provide me with some details about the plumbing repairs that you need? And boom. So it waited, and then bam, hey, are you still there? And so it's going to count down again as soon as the API call is done. So 10 seconds is really fast. It's too fast. We have our set. Last time I checked, it was 5 minutes. 5 minutes after no response, then we send something very similar to this. And then another like minute later or 2 minutes later, if nothing else happens, we send another message to like be like, all right, dude, peace. We're closing you out. Because the reason for this is very simple. We have something called the AI summary. Here's the whole flow. And what we're doing here is we are sending the summary of the conversation, every single conversation, summarizing all of them, whether they're not meaningful so much or not. We're counting them, analyzing them, making them better. And so when the conversation is ended, we run a special sort of rule so that we have a generation here of generate the summary of what went down with the user and the customer, or the user and the bot, and send it to the email. In this case, is how it's set. The AI summary is really powerful. And so what we could do in the case of this feedback loop is as soon as if they skip it, or they give, let's say they give feedback here, we could go, let's add another, let's add another flow. So you hit the more plus icon at the bottom, click start flow. And here, when they've given the feedback, let's just consider the conversation done for the sake of this example. And we'll select AI summary. And so if they give us good feedback, it goes here. If they give us bad feedback, they're going to collect the information. Thanks for letting us know. Alert a manager. Send the conversation summary. All right, so let's try it out. But before we do that, I believe I should already be. All right, here we go. Hey, are you still there? All right, so it looks like I'm all good. I'm going to say, what do we want to say here? Let's do a refresh. It's going to say, do you scan the code? I'm going to say, how much is it for you to fix my sink? All right, boom. So then I'm going to hit the thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thank you so much for the good rating. Thanks for the feedback, bro. And then I'll have in my inbox here, if this is still, that's CrossFit Texas. So close out of that. Dallas Plumbing. This most recent conversation. We'll have a live chat summary right here that was sent over to me based on that feedback. We should read it here. If we've got any information in there yet, let's check it. If not specified. So I think we should check. Let's check my email on my phone and let's see if I can pull the summary up here. We should have a summary that basically says the basics of this conversation. One thing. Yep. So here we go. So I see the conversation, but let's make it go a little bit further. Let's do let's ask a few more questions. I'm going to say, where are you located? What do you specialize in? You know what we're going to get? I bet you we are going to get, where are we at? We are going to get one problem with the way I set up that default reply because we needed it to actually loop. So this re-input is going to go back here. So it can actually receive another message. So I'll go back, and now we should be Gucci. Gucci time. All right, so I'm going to say, yo. And then the bot will respond. Can I assist you? Fix my sink. I'd be happy to help you with your sink. Let's give my thumbs down. I'm just trolling. Let's see what kind of message we get. Thanks for letting us know. Manager will be with you soon. And so then, in this case, we should see. Thanks for letting us know all the information here. AI summary. We don't have any information here just yet. That should come any second to our email. We know that I'm just trolling. And one thing we could also do is if we see that we have a thumbs down, let's also assign this. We've notified Ryan, but let's also go to actions, inbox. This will be the gangster slam dunk of the night. Assign conversation to an admin, and the admin is me because I'm the only one on this page. So let's publish it, and let's say something else here. I'm going to say, you there? Respond. I'm going to say, my refrigerator is running. I should have said isn't running. Your refrigerator is running. That's a good sign. I mean, it's running away. And they got me. So, okay, if your refrigerator is running away, that's an unusual situation. Oh my God, that's hilarious. It's telling me all the things to do. And again, it waited 10 seconds. Bam. Still there. I'm going to say yes. And then it's going to give me the thumbs up, thumbs down. And I'm going to say, wait for it. Boom. There's my thumbs up. Thanks for the information. And it's going to say thank you. And I'm going to say one more thing. This time I'm going to get a thumbs down. And then we'll see in the inbox that it'll assign it to Ryan. I'm going to say, all right, let's see if we already got assigned in the inbox. Let's make sure. Yep, we did, I think. So yeah, so we've been assigned. How do we check that? Boom. I can see the conversation was transferred to the human at this point. Thanks for the feedback, bro. All right. So I think what we want to do is enable the bot one more time. And I'm going to show you how to do this. We'll say, we're going to say, hey there. Are you the plumbing company with all the trucks? It's going to respond. Say, yeah, we are. That's us. And give them a thumbs down. Y'all always speeding through on my neighborhood. On my neighbor. All right, so we just made our complaint to him. It took a second to ping, let the manager know. Thanks for letting us know. The manager will be with you soon. And we should be able to see. Boom. Assigned to Ryan. Ready to rock. Now I can just check my email and I can see that the conversation was assigned. The conversation was assigned to Ryan. I hit the view conversation button, and I can see that I can now message, hey, this is Ryan. How can I help you? I'm sorry to hear about allegedly our truck speeding in your neighborhood. However, I have radar detectors installed on each vehicle, and I know for a fact no vehicle's gone over 35 miles an hour. I'll see you in court for the slander against my business name. Send it to that sucker. Send it to that sucker. Just kidding. Don't do that. All right. I think that's it. When I start talking like that, man, it's time to call it a night on the East Coast over here. But I hope y'all had as much fun as I did. Um, man, we've got so many smart people. Yes, and LC equals 0. What if there's, let's see, there's one more question up here. I see. It says, what if there's no response to, are you still there? What's next? We solved that with the loop there. That was actually my little mistake to not loop it back. But I'll show you again one more time. I think the screen's still available. But that's a really good question because I didn't show that totally correctly until I realized it myself. Basically, here and what we're doing is when they have free input before, it didn't respond because I didn't have it loop back to generate the text where it started from originally. So it would take the free input and do nothing. Whereas now we fixed that to where it loops back to generate the text based on the input, the last input, and then it'll redisplay it. What we should do to make this better, though, a better user experience is obviously your like 10 seconds is way too short. I mean, really? I mean, I think almost 5 minutes is a little too long, but we want people paying attention in our chat. Like, if you're going to come at us in the support chat, we want your answers to be quickly solved so you get back to building, spend less time asking questions, more time making money. So like I would recommend like 10 minutes. I think we have ours set to 5, like I said. But auto skip is what you want. Also, in the case that you were not doing multiple choice, but one of these other response or reply types, say you wanted to email and they were giving you something other than email. First of all, you should use AI instead because it's better. But whatever you might have to use one of these other reply types, if you don't want them to have that robotic, what you've entered is not valid. Number one, you could across the platform use custom fields to just handle pretty much everything. So everything could be dynamic if you wanted it to be. But you could also say, okay, after just one failed attempt, just keep on, just go to the next deal. Don't even like let on that it's a problem. Or 2, like let it fail 2 times, see this twice, but after that, like obviously there's a disconnect. Let the user like move forward. I think that's just something good to know, and that hopefully that answers your question there. Man, Keith, you're killing it. All you guys are killing it. Again, huge shout out to literally everyone all around the world. It's really been insane to connect with so many of you. I know just yesterday I was lucky enough to talk to a superstar out in Hungary. And like I know this is like probably the most nerdiest thing. This is gonna come back on me for saying this, but man, like even as a kid, I always thought when I was learning the different countries of the world, I always thought that one was like such a cool place. And as a little kid, I was like, man, hopefully I'll meet somebody from Hungary one day. And it's so cool that the internet and artificial intelligence and chatbots has made that happen. Like it was so cool to see this guy. Well, I'm not gonna like, it won't ever reveal anything. I shouldn't, but this dude was so cool. Like we'd be totally buddies over if we lived closer. We will be buddies, but like hopefully you can get where I'm coming from. Guys, before I cut off of here, there's a lot of folks out there these days that are acting like AI and automation and chatbots are brand new. Let me tell y'all something, man. This is not brand new. The way that they're being used today is what is so new and great. Thanks to large language models, we have much better chatbots. But this stuff here is not rocket science. It should not be complex. We've not used a single line of code here. We've not even broken a sweat. We built 2 bots. When we could have gone way faster if I didn't talk so much. But I try to have fun and make it entertaining. If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. This is powerful stuff. We made a bot in Discord that created a web page, a landing page off of answering 3 questions. Like this is crazy stuff. But be careful where you're getting your information from. And nothing against Zapier or Make Integromat, but this is just some like good advice. Like the moment, whoever you're listening to is requiring so many steps from these other third-party pay-to-play services, like you have to understand anyone that has ever said, I won't name names, but make your chatbot use Zapier for every single response to generate text back. This would be the most expensive bot of all time. Like this stuff is very obvious to people that have been around the block. It's not obvious to people that they've just started like last week. They were inspired by some dude with a thumbnail with a giant figure number on their thumbnail. I almost I almost did it the other day to just prove a point. Like I just can't. I'm not a YouTuber, won't ever be a YouTuber. But if I put the $1 million chatbot, $100,000 week, like this is the most for me. Like it's just not it's not our brand. We're not about the clickbait. We're not about false expectations, and we're not about showing things that cost a bunch of money. Like, so please understand that, like, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Applies big time in all of technology. Like, a lot of times, less is more. If you're talking to someone that is bragging about how giant your tech stack is and how many programs you're using, this is a horrible business model because you're relying on so many different things. And if one thing fails, it's going to likely cause a domino effect. You've got to be careful about how many things you're paying for what is the phrase? How many people does it take to screw in a light bulb? How many platforms and systems does it take to make a chatbot? Only one. There's only one chatbot builder that is going to be around for a long time and taken serious. And I think it's becoming more clear who that is. And it's because of the users. It's because of our community. I can't explain enough how good it feels for people to DM me to say, dude, your community just helped me today so much, or just got my 3rd or 4th bot because Lysander or Asta or Kai, any of these OGs, Keith, all these guys, they just help me. And in other groups, when I ask a question, I feel so dumb or I'm put down. That will never be a thing with us. Luckily, I think we attract the right bot building minds. But I'll jump off my soapbox. It's late. It's fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you leave your requests for future bot builds for Wendy and myself or any of the team to do, and we'll take care of it. Thank you guys always for the support, and we appreciate you.